Leaf fans, Toronto stands to live another day. Their lifeline has been saved as they have finally won one game in this series. Now they're only trailing 3-1. So instead of a 2% chance to survive this series, they now have a 9% chance, I think, when you trail 3-1 in the series. So they will have to keep winning 3 more in a row in order to win in Game 7 and take this series and move on to the 3rd round. But that is definitely going to be a tall task. So tonight in net, it was $10 million Bob versus the rookie Joseph Woll. I'm not sure it should be pronounced Woll or Wall, but he sure was a big wall today. He did what Samsonov could not do in the past 3 games, and that was win. And he only let 1 goal in the whole night. So I guess this is a good move. Samsonov got injured at the right time, so we allowed the chance for Woll to take the shot as a starter and not Matt Murray. So after 3 bad performances from the Big 4, they finally came to play this time in Game 4, else they wouldn't be able to play anymore if they got eliminated. So I guess they showed up at the right time. Nylander and Marner both are able to score. And this game was quite a different one. Very low scoring game. Only 2-1. No OTs. Finished in regulation. So the first period, not much going on, no scores. Penalty wise, only 1 penalty on Justin Holl for a cross check. So the Panthers get a power play at near the end of the first period, but are not able to capitalize. Sam Bennett, number 9, had a very good backhanded chance right in front of Joseph Woll, and he made that stop. So we end up scoreless in the first. On to the second period, 2 minutes in, Luosterainen takes a high sticking penalty. So Toronto gets their first power play of the night. And the hockey gourds are in town, and something lucky happens to the Leafs as Michael Bunting comes down the right side and shoves a backhander in the corner, which bounces off the kneecap of the linesman or referee, pops right in front of Bobrovsky, and Nylander just happens to come streaking right across the front of the net, whacks at it, goes off the post, and then behind Bobrovsky's elbow or arm, and then it slips in. And it's 1-0 Toronto. What a lucky break for the Leafs. Just 5-6 minutes later, Panthers take another holding penalty by Barkov, and the Leafs are on another power play. There's a close chance in type by John Tavares, but he's not able to put it past Bobrovsky. So 12 minutes in, it's Panthers getting a power play, but they're not able to get anything done, so no scoring there. So last minute of play in the second period, only 30 seconds left. Morgan Riley puts a long stretch pass all the way down to John Tavares. He's on a good breakaway, but it is stopped stone cold by Bobrovsky, and the score remains 1-0. So we're into the third period, there's 10 minutes left. Toronto maintains the 1-0 lead, and they're on the attack again as Florida's hem into the zone. Marner comes around and he whips a shot at the blue line. Oh, and that goes right past everybody and goes in for a 2-0 goal. So Marner on the board with a goal tonight. After he gave that wonderful speech during Game 3's interview after the game. 4 minutes later, Florida's turn on the power play, and they're able to score. Three-way passing play, and the puck goes past Woll. Sam Reinhart jams his rebound back into the goal, and he is able to make it a 2-1 game. Panthers on the push trying to tie the game, so nothing gets done. Just slightly under 2 minutes left in the game. Paul Maurice pulls his goalie. Bob comes out. Florida's on the attack, but the Leafs are able to try to get the empty net goal, but miss. Ends up, Bob has to come back out. So a minute 30 left. They pull the goalie again. They're on the attack. Toronto does nothing in the zone. They whip it out and try to get empty net goal and fill again. And then Florida attacks again, but still not able to sustain any zone pressure in the O zone. Nothing gets really set up for any dangerous chances to tie the game. And it looks like Toronto's gonna take Game 4, and finally make a comeback and win one out of the how many ever they need to win. With a few seconds left, Morgan Rielly retrieves the puck in the corner, and in comes Brandon Montour and throws a huge hit on Rielly, slams him into the walls, and then everybody starts jumping in. Everybody on the ice is jumping on each other. All 11 forwards are in a big pile-up. Takes a long time for the refs to sort stuff out, and finally comes out from the bottom of the pile is Jake McCabe. Looks like he's bleeding and cut. And at the end of this, if you look at the penalty list on the right, holy smokes, everybody gets 2 minutes for roughing. Sam Bennett gets 10 minutes for misconduct. Don't know anything will happen to him after the game for any type of fine or penalty or whatever. But that was the end of the game. Big pile up. Toronto throwing their fumes out and trying to start something, get something, get something started for next game, I guess. See if they can hold that fire and keep coming back and see if they can turn this into a miracle comeback. So the next game's back in Toronto. Game 5. See if they get any home ice advantage and see if they can come back 3 games to 2 or 2 games to 3, whatever, and live another day. But according to some statistics, a team trading 3-1 with Game 5 back at home has only won that series 11 times out of 77 chances, so that equals 12.5% chance to stay alive and win that series if you're down 3-1 and start Game 5 at home. So Toronto needs a bit more luck, maybe some more bounces like the one they got for the first goal, and see if they can get some lucky goals. Well, anyhow, quick review of the game stats. 25 shots on goal for both sides tonight. Joseph Woll stopping 24 of 25. Bobrovsky 23 of 25. Hits 26 for Toronto, 21 for Florida. Face-offs won, pretty lopsided. 28 face-offs won for Toronto, so they got good in the dot tonight. Maybe they can keep that up in the next few games so they can have a higher chance to come back. 17 wins for Florida in the dot. Power plays, Toronto 1 of 2, Florida 1 of 3, so they both scored 1 power play goal each. Penalty minutes, 16 for Toronto and 26 for Florida. Giveaways, 11 giveaways from Toronto versus only 5 from Florida. So Toronto has to clean it up a bit in that department. If they don't, it'll end up probably like Game 3, Game 2, whatever. Not a good idea. Takeaways 9 and 10, and blocked shots. They blocked by a bit tonight, 21 shots blocked, so that's why maybe Florida wasn't able to get so many goals into the net like the previous few games. And only 9 blocked shots from Florida. Alright, so that wraps up the game. There was a game 4 that the Leafs faced elimination, possible elimination, but they were able to come back and win. So we'll see both these teams come back at it again on Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we hope you enjoyed this recap, and if you liked this video, please consider to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.